Hey, what's up, people? On this episode of Midweek Worship, I'm going to show you just how special you are. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us. My name is Jeff. Maybe you just found this broadcast for the first time. We're Two Cities Church, as you can tell by the stuff around me. And we created this broadcast just for you. Look below me in the notes to this post on social media and you'll see a link to a video. If you want to check out why we started this video series in the first place, just go ahead and watch that YouTube video some other time. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you why you're special. I'm going to tell you exactly how special you are. See, we started several weeks ago talking about creation. And what we started saying is that when God created in the Garden of Eden, the thing that He created, when He created human beings, He pronounced them to be very good. This human creation was very, very special in the Garden of Eden. So we've been looking at what does it mean to be human and what does it mean to be created in the image of God. He uses that language with humans, but He doesn't use that language with anything else in all of creation. And today I want to take that idea and move it one half step forward. And I want to talk about human personality. When I say human personality, I want you to understand the way that the Bible describes the uniqueness of human beings. You see, it's not just about being different with your fingerprints, right? Every human being on the planet has a slightly different fingerprint. Let that sink in, since there are billions and billions of people on the planet, but nobody has your fingerprint. I'm not just talking about different in your eye color and nobody else on the planet has your eye color. I'm talking about what makes you you is unique. What makes you you is special. Hey, I was thinking about this concept and we're going to talk about it a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to give you a Bible verse that drives home just how special you are. But I was thinking about this and I remember back to this movie, the Star Wars movies, when this very special child shows up on the scene for the first time. This is episode 1 of Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, when we learn about how this child is going to be a very special child. So check out this video clip, will you?
You should be very proud of your son. He gives without any thought of reward.
Well, he knows nothing of greed. He has
special powers.
Yes.
He can see things before they happen. That's why he appears to have such quick reflexes. It's a Jedi trait.
He deserves better than a slave's life.
Had he been born in the Republic, we would have identified him early. The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear. Who was his father?
There was no father. I carried him, I gave birth, I raised him. I can't explain what happened. Can you help him?
I don't know. I didn't actually come here to free slaves.
Hey, what that video clip was supposed to say is about why this child is special. Now, don't give me a hard time about the Force and about all of the junk that goes along with the Star Wars movies. I'm not trying to promote all of that stuff. What I am trying to say is something about you makes you different. I want to use this language. No human being in history, the billions and billions of people that have lived before you, nor the billions and billions of people that will come after you. Nobody in history is exactly like you, has ever existed that's exactly like you, or will ever exist that's exactly like you. It's not your fingerprint, it's not your eye color that makes you special. God created you to be unique and special. And being made in the image of God, having human personality, is our way of reflecting a little bit about the Godhead. Now hang with me for just a second. Because when the Bible describes God, it describes three distinct personalities: Father, Son, and Spirit. Yet there's still one. And although there's never been, never will be another human being exactly like you, you are distinct and you have your own personality, there will also be, you're also part of the bigger human race. This is a little tiny glimpse of what it means to be part of created in the image of God. And if it's blowing your mind right now to think about how God can be three different people and one at the same time, join the club, because it blows my mind too. But long time ago, months and months ago, we did several different theological episodes on the Trinity. Three people, three persons, one God. Go back and look at some of those episodes on the Trinity. I want to show you how the scriptures describe that you're unique. We're going to put a scripture on the screen for you, and I want to challenge you. Would you join with Two Cities Church, and would you memorize this one verse from the Bible this week? I'll show you where it's found in the Bible. We're going to read it out loud, and then one more time, I'd like for you to say where it's found in the Bible. Acts chapter 17, verse 28. For in Him, Jesus, we live and move and exist. As some of your own prophets have said, we are His offspring. Acts 17:28. The Bible is saying that you're unique, not because your eye color, not because of your fingerprints. You're unique because God made you unique, because Jesus created you to be unique. And because you're unique, you're special. There's never been anyone like you before. There never will be anyone like you. This is what's special and unique about you. God made you unlike any other human that's ever existed or ever will exist. That's how incredible, that's how amazing our God is. And that kind of God deserves our praise. So what I'd like for you to do for just a second is I'd like for you to just sing a song to worship that kind of God. Right there in your living room, would you turn the volume up and would you follow along with the words on the screen as Pete and Alicia lead us in a song of praise to this incredible Creator God that we serve. Sing along, will you?
And how great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God, and all will see how great is our God. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God, and all will see how great is our God. The splendor of the King, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice, let all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide. It trembles at his voice, it trembles at his voice. How great
All the earth will sing of your greatness, the greatness of God. Forever and ever and ever we will sing, how great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all will see how great is our God.
All right, guys, now that we have studied the scriptures, now that we have sung song of praise to Jesus, I want us to wrap up by doing an exercise that will help you remember this episode and help you consider just how special you are. I'm going to put a question on the screens, and I want you to think about it, and I want you to actually answer this thing. If you're a family watching this, parents, I'd like you to answer this question with your children. I'd like you to ask your children to answer this question, and then you can have a conversation after this episode ends. Here's the question on the screens for you. How are you different from anyone else? Exactly, specifically, be very particular with your answer. How exactly are you different from anyone else on the planet? And I just gave a couple of easy fingerprint, eye color things, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the things that make you you. How are you different? And then I would love for you to recognize that it is God who created you to be different, and God who deserves your worship because He is our Creator who made us in His image, a little bit like the Trinity, Father, Son, and Spirit. Different, but the same at the same time. You're different from all human beings, but you're still part of the human race. Thanks for joining us. I hope you really worship God by thinking through this question. See you next week on MidWeek Worship.